Hello, hello. This is Jay from jgoddesstarot, and I want to welcome all of you out there, especially my singles, to this new year, new love on the horizon reading. This is a timeless love reading specifically for people who are single or who are soon to be single for whatever new year you are watching this in. It could be at the time of my filming, or it could be in a new year down the line. So I have three piles today. Pile one with this beautiful blackish purplish stone, pile two with this lovely red crystal, and then pile three with a lovely blue crystal. So I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in and out, and pick your pile. And for this reading in particular, I really would like you to focus on only picking one. So don't pick a pile if you are in a nervous or anxious energy right now. Come back to this reading at another time because I really feel it's best. I'm intuitively kind of really being led to tell you that picking one reading is going to be the most fruitful for you. And while you're taking your time picking your pile, check out the links below in my description box. I have a link to my paid readings at my coffee shop, KOFI. I also have a link to my social media outlets, especially Instagram and Tumblr. I'm the most active, I would say, on Tumblr, and a link to my Amazon wish list. So if you wish to gift me with a deck, I would very much be appreciative of that and very thankful for that, and use it in a lot of readings going forward. So I'm going to give you another moment or two. Take another deep breath and we'll get started. All right, welcome my pile ones. For those of you who selected this beautiful purplish blackish stone, this is your new love on the horizon reading. So I used a mix of oracle cards and tarot cards to bring through whatever messages I could at this time from Spirit about new love on the horizon for you, my pal ones. So to start, the tarot is telling us we have Nine of Swords, the High Priestess, Five of Wands, Ten of Swords, and Knight of Wands. I'm really getting that this message is about you, my pal ones. I feel that many of you have been really in your head, maybe about your relationship status, especially if you've been single for a while, or especially if you're single after leaving a relationship or breaking off a relationship that you really thought was going to be the one. You have a lot of mental angst and anguish about it. That the Nine of Swords, especially with this Five of Wands, is talking about mental jousting. And what Spirit is calling you to do at this point is really go within, tap into your own intuition, tap into your own powers, really do that self-reflection at this time and self-work, because it is time with this Ten of Swords. Some things have come to a painful end, but this is a time for healing, for doing something different and moving forward, because once you get out of this space, you are going to come back and be in your Knight of Wands energy, this high vibrational energy, this passion, this fiery version of yourself that I think maybe has gone a little numb or has become a little insecure or reserved because of maybe things you've been through in past relationships, especially your most recent relationship, I'm getting. So Spirit is saying you really have to deal with that first in order to let this new love come in, or for you to recognize it. Because if you don't deal with your internal negative self-talk, negative self-chatter, you see like the Nine of Swords cards, like she's focused on what's going on in her head. You won't be able to see that new love coming in when it comes because you'll be so in your head. So on to some oracle cards I pulled. We have Twin Flame, Frustration, and Divine Timing. So it looks like this new love coming in, new love on the horizon, may be a twin flame connection if you resonate with that term, or a higher level soul connection for you, my pal ones. And I feel at this time, you and this new love coming in, you all are mirroring each other, especially if you do have a higher level soul connection, which is being suggested here. And I feel you both are at a point of frustration. I think you're at a point of frustration, those of you who selected this pile, with yourself and maybe your love life at this point. But the new love coming in, they're at a point of frustration too, for very similar reasons. And know the timing of this new love connection is in divine timing. And the thing about divine timing is, as you do your work, your self-work, your self-reflection. I really feel working on your self-concept and some self-esteem is necessary here too, my pile ones. As you do that, see, divine timing, the best way I have come to understand it is it aligns to your actions. So if you do the things you need to do to get yourself energetically in the right place, things will happen, quote unquote, sooner. It may feel like sooner, but may basically you're more in alignment with that, a certain outcome. So it can happen sooner or later based upon your actions. So divine timing to me is not static. It's very flexible and malleable. And we have, because we're conscious creators, we have a lot more control, air quotes, over it than we think. And I feel some characteristics about this new love coming in is that they're orderly or well kept, careful and systematic, as well as intuitive, instinctual, spiritual, and in tune. I feel that that's a mirror of you, especially with that High Priestess card. I feel that you may be quite intuitive from a pal ones who selected this. And I feel your new love coming in may be intuitive as well. I feel you have greater abilities than them per se, or are more tuned in than them, but I feel they are also intuitive as well. Now, some information coming out from this next set of oracle cards about the new love coming in is they are currently involved with a karmic, and we need to talk. So I feel that involved with a karmic definitely resonates and mirrors this frustration. They're frustrated in their relationships and love life as well. And one of the reasons could be because of their current relationship. That is not maybe what they thought it would be or going the direction they thought it was going to go. And the thing about karmic relationships, I know we see them as negative and they can be very painful and uncomfortable. But when you are viewing them from the perspective of, I'm here to learn something from the relationship, you can approach it from a different viewpoint and perspective. And I feel they're just in it and they're frustrated with this person. So I feel one way you can assist this new love coming in, because it seems you do have a higher level soul connection with this twin flame card, is as you do your self-work with the High Priestess card and your self-healing, and you shift your perspective on the relationships you've had in the past, and you don't go into a place of bitterness or self-pity, and you really look at the things you've learned from them and heal from them, you will also allow them to do that same shifting and likely get out of that karmic relationship they're in sooner. And then we also have we need to talk. So it sounds like this future love coming in, this future love interest coming in, definitely wants to talk to you. And you two may be communicating. I don't feel this is for all of you, but some of you may be communicating with them in the 5D already. Dreams, etc. Now, for this next set of oracle cards we have past life relationships. You have known each other before, and keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So I feel that this new love on the horizon for you, my pal ones, is someone that they're going to be new to you in this lifetime, but you may have a past life connection, and especially past life relationships and the twin flame card coming out, you likely had a romantic connection in a past life with one another. How I feel that is going to play out when you come into contact with them this time is there's going to be a lot of resonance and soul recognition with one another. You're going to have a familiarity with one another and not know why. You're going to be like, I know you from somewhere, or I know you from something, and you two truly haven't met yet. So that's probably how it will manifest itself. And then in this, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. What I feel this is saying specifically for you, my pal ones, if in past relationships you have put an overemphasis on superficial things such as physical attributes, we all want to be attracted to the person we're with. I'm not saying negate that. What I'm clearly getting is if you've put an overemphasis on that and also maybe ignored your intuition or your gut feeling about somebody, like this is calling you to, during this time of really tapping in, doing your self-reflection, meditating, getting back in tune with your intuition and trusting your intuition again. It's calling for you to be more aware that you do that. Other people may be very aware you do this, but you may not be consciously aware that you put an overemphasis on physical features. and maybe ignore some areas in which the people you've dated in the past were lacking. Uh, Spirit is really calling you to do some self-reflection on that, and then keep an open mind going forward. Because, for example, if you are the type that only dates like the model type, like the Instagram pretty type, or the Abercrombie and Fitch model type, and in the past you have dated people who have fit that aesthetic, maybe fit it to a T, but they maybe have been shitty people, or they may have been not as developed as you needed them to be in certain areas, or not as emotionally mature in certain areas, but you ignored your instinct about it because they were very pretty to look at. I think the universe, Spirit, is definitely calling you to reflect upon that, take the lessons learned from it, and make different choices going forward. So it sounds like I'm not getting that they're coming, that the time is going to be really super far in the future, but I feel divine timing is definitely telling you, my pal ones, that your new love interest on the horizon will come in as you do more of the internal work within you. They will be more quickly brought in, which makes perfect sense, especially with the twin flame card. There's a higher level soul connection here at work. So you two mirror each other. As you do your work, guess what? It's going to put the fire under their butt to do their work. And that is going to bring you two into alignment a lot more quickly. So this is the reading I had for you, my pal ones. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know every time I post a new reading, as well as look at the links below. Check out the links below in the description box, a link to my paid readings in my coffee shop, a link to my social media outlets, Tumblr, Instagram. I'm especially active on Tumblr, as well as a link to my Amazon wish list, where I would definitely appreciate if you ever wanted to gift me with a deck. If this is where I would leave you for now, thank you for letting me read for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hello, hello, my pal twos. So for those of you who selected this beautiful red crystal, this is your reading about, new year, new love on the horizons. And what came out for you, my pal two, is, first of all, a lot of messages here, a lot of cards here are a little bit similar to what Pal 1 had. So if you were indecisive about the two, even though I really would prefer, Spirit is really saying just pick one Pal, but you may want to watch that one as well. So you, my Pal 2s, I feel there's a lot of internal things taking place with you. There's a lot of growth. There is a lot of maybe leveling up that's going on internally because of things you've been through. So we have the Justice, Hanged Man, the Magician, Six of Swords, and Ace of Cups. So for you, my pal twos, what I feel this means is you are going to get vindication for maybe things you've been through in past relationships, and it will come as a part of you letting go of some of that negative emotion, that those harsh memories about maybe things have been done to you in the past. Don't worry, justice is going to be served. That karma is going to come back to them for the things they've done. You need to really focus on releasing that energy, surrendering to the universe, focusing on the things that you want, like focusing on, I feel, your self-concept, your self-confidence, and being clear about what you want so you can really be this magician card, because you are a powerful manifester, my pal twos. And as you're making this transition, this is a time of transition for you. A new love is going to come in with this Ace of Cups. So this is really saying, don't worry about the things that have happened in the past and the relationships in the past. Justice will be served there. Because the energy those people put out, maybe you've been cheated on, mistreated, etc., that shit's going to come back to them. Don't worry about that. But Spirit is saying, really focus on your level up, surrendering all of those negative things, focusing on your level up, focusing on the things you genuinely want, focusing on shifting your 3D to be the relationship you want it to be, to focusing on having the type of relationship you want to have. And part of that is doing anything that you need to do to internally to believe that you are worthy of love, because you absolutely are, my pal twos. Know that that is coming. And in this time of transition, you are clearing your energy. And I feel that meditation may strongly benefit this pile as well, as a way to clear out that old story, those old tapes, to really release and surrender those past maybe hurts or ills that were done to you. And as you do this self-work, a new love is going to come in. Now, some oracle cards that came out were MILF and divine timing. So this is telling me that the person, your new love on the horizon, my paltus, is quite physically attractive. They could be a MILF, they could be a DILF, whatever you find, I always say whatever gender you are sexually attracted to, that is who will come into your 3D as your new love. So they are a very attractive person, and that means they also could be older and could have children. Now, I'm not necessarily, for some of you, this could be like genuine age gap for your new love coming in, but for others of you, they just could be a little bit older than you, and they potentially have children. But I don't think it's going to be in any way an issue with your relationship and dating, things like that. I'm getting the sense that many of you who have selected this pile may be a little more settled and a little older, like late 20s and above. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But or is more mature in spirit, or has a more like an old soul. Divine timing also came out. So when will this happen? In divine timing. We got a similar message in pile 1. Different deck, but same message. Meaning, do your internal work first, because I said this before. Divine timing to me is malleable, it's flexible, which means it will align with the space you are in. When you do your work to speed up the manifestation of something, it will align with that, basically. And as you're working on your manifestation of things, with the Magician card, it will definitely align with that. Now, some other cards that came out were separation, transformation, and engagement. So it looks like this next new love on the horizon is going to be very serious, my paltus. Like this is potentially the one. This is potentially the happily ever after, because we have engagement here, we have wedding here. So I think this person is going to be very serious about you. And I think that for those of you who selected this pile, I think that is what you are seeking. You, in this new year, whatever new year you're watching this in, you are seeking something serious and something solid. What I'm getting is, for many of you, you have been in at least one, but maybe more, longer term relationships, and that's really your thing. If that doesn't resonate with you, you may have been in different types of situationships and relationships, and now you're ready for something serious. But I think for the majority of you who selected this pile, you've been in and you prefer long-term committed relationships, and that is what this next relationship is going to be. So with the separation, transformation, and engagement card, what I'm specifically getting is you are going to come into connection with this new love interest on the horizon, and I feel you guys are going to hit it off. And I feel there's going to be some things that you haven't worked out internally and they haven't worked out internally, and it's going to cause a time of separation, because I feel you two will probably trigger one another in those areas. So I feel that both of you will have done a certain amount of self-work with processing, learning, and letting go of things from past relationships, past pains, etc. But there may be some work still to be done. And these may be things you may not be aware of when you get into a relationship with this new love on the horizon. But I feel inevitably they're going to come to the surface, and you two are probably going to trigger each other in some way, shape, or form. And this separation isn't feeling, like, how do I describe it? It's feeling like it may come as a result of maybe not a fight, but like an argument or disagreement happen, but it's going to be very peaceful. Like, you had this disagreement or this fight, and you come to a resolution and say, you know what? I think we need to take a break for a little while. Like, I don't think the actual mutual decision to take a break, being in the separation, is going to be from a place of in a volatile situation. I think you two are going to both be very mature about it. Like, the spark and the idea for it to happen may have come from a fight and, argument. But I think the actual sit down discussion decision to take a break is going to be when you two are both very calm, and just sitting down and having a very mature conversation about it. And the separation I'm not getting is excessive. 3 to 6 months, take what resonates with you, but I don't think it's going to be, super quick. But like I said, I don't think it's going to be excessive. But what I think is going to happen in this time of separation, my pal-twos, is you each are going to go through your own transformation. And I feel that transformation is going to be just the continuation of the work from the Hanged Man card, like the continuation of surrendering things, the continuation of healing from things, the continuation also from the Six of Swords of you making that transformation and releasing any stuck or stagnant energies. And like I said, don't think these are things you were consciously aware of until you got into a relationship with this new love interest on the horizon and you started triggering one another. And I feel this is both of you. That this happens to. So when you come back together, you will know you are one another's person. Okay, I think this transformation time is going to be a time of healing, a time of more releasing, and that's why I'm feeling 3 to 6 months, not like in 2 weeks, but not like excessive. I do think it's going to be slightly longer, but this time isn't going to be in vain. I feel you both are going to be going through some leveling up and some releasing. And when you come back, I feel you're going to know you're one another's person, and I can see an engagement happening. Now, some characteristics about your person: they're daring, they're bold, brave, and rash, but they're also wise, knowledge, canny, and perceptive. So what I feel this is saying is, I feel they're a straightforward communicator, my pal-twos. I feel that this boldness mainly manifests itself in the way they communicate. And I feel that resonates with you. Having somebody who's clearly communicating. I feel sometimes you may, see, got a cough. I feel sometimes you may get caught in your swirl, maybe in your head, and not express things as fully as you would like to. But I feel with this person, they're going to be a very straightforward, clear communicator. I'm not being harsh or rude or vulgar, but like I said, I'm feeling a lot of emotional maturity here from both of you. So I feel they will be able to articulate and convey the things that are going on or things they need to discuss or when they need to talk. And I feel that will help you do likewise, because the feeling is really coming through for you, my pal, is in past relationships, you haven't dealt with someone this emotionally mature and stable before. You've dealt with people who have been emotionally manipulative and playing games, and it left you very unsure about yourself in a lot of areas. So they're going to have, I feel, the boldness and the daring is going to come through in them being a straightforward communicator. And then wise. This could also indicate they're a little bit older than you, my pal-twos. I'm not sensing a great, for many of you, I'm not sensing a great age gap, but there could be some years difference. And now my last set of oracle cards, Romance Angel Oracle cards, with very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. That resonates with the Magician card. So understand what you want. Be very clear in your manifestations of the type of relationship you want next, because it's going to happen very soon, because you are a master manifester, my pal-twos. And then wedding. This situation involves marriage. Clearly, we have wedding and engagement. So the next person, the new level on the horizon for you, my pal-twos, is somebody who is going to be serious about you. But the key to this is really do that self-work. Really surrender those old situations. Stop playing those old tapes. Forgive who you need to forgive internally. That doesn't mean you actually have to reach out to somebody and say you forgive them. Do your work, and I feel you will clear your energy as you make that transition and get really, really clear on what you want, which is different. I think some of you need to hear that, which is different than knowing what you don't want. Get clear on what you do want and focus on manifesting that. So this is what came through for you, my pal-twos, about new love on the horizon. Please, if this resonated with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you know when I post new videos. Also, check out the links below in the description box. I have a link to my paid readings at my coffee shop, KOFI, as well as links to my social media outlets. I'm especially active on Tumblr, and links to my Amazon wish list. So if you wish to gift me a deck, please know I'd be very appreciative of it, and I would use it in many readings. If this is where I leave you for now, thank you for letting me read for you today. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. All right, welcome, my pal threes. For those of you who selected this beautiful blue crystal, this is your reading with new year, new love on the horizon. So, the first thing I'm seeing, my pal threes, is that the person coming in, your new love is coming in soon. And it is a new love. We see right here, it is a new love, but we'll get to that a little later. They are going to come in fast with this Knight of Swords. They're going to make haste. They're going to be streamlined. They're going to meet you, see you, know what they want, and come towards you. That is what I'm seeing. And they are coming through as a divine masculine energy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But what I am seeing is they are a person that is quite intelligent, like very, very smart. My pal ones, and what is coming through specifically is they're going to have a lot of ideas, and I think you are a person, potentially those who selected this, you may be an air sign, or could be air dominant in your charts. But even if you're not, I feel that you are a person that intellectual stimulation is very attractive to you. I think they're going to be quite smart, quite quick, quite witty, and the scenario that's really coming through strongly for me, my pal ones, is you meet them at a social event, like you meet them at a friend's party or something. Now, like I said, this is a timeless reading, so whatever new year you find this and watch this in, that is when it's appropriate for you and applicable for you. I feel there's going to be a strong resonance in terms of they're smart, they're quirky, they're quick, they're witty. So, and they're going to come in fast. They're going to be very clear in their decision to pursue you, my pal one. And with the King of Swords, they are also a strong leader and a strong communicator. And I feel they'll communicate they will communicate that to you. The tongue-tied is me, not your person, not your future love, your new love coming in. They'll be a clear communicator about what they want. That could be, I'm feeling yes in words, but more in action, because I feel you are this Five of Pentacles energy, my pal threes, where you have felt maybe left out, ostracized, like you were giving more than you were receiving in a relationship with this Five of Pentacle energy, and in the past, and it has maybe left you a little unsure and insecure. So one thing that's coming through from Spirit is to work on some of your insecurities, some of your underlying issues that you may have about relationships, some of the negative assumptions you have about relationships, and really healing from some of the things you've been through. And this Two of Pentacles, because in your next relationship, with this new love coming in, you're going to have it. You're going to have balance. Seek balance within yourself, but also know that you're going to have more balance in this relationship than you've had in the past. So next little oracle cards are coming through are soulmate, abandonment, and dark night of the soul. So the new love on the horizon for you, my pal threes, could be a soulmate or a higher level soul connection. And I feel that totally makes sense and goes along with the amount of resonance that you two are going to have in communicating and really getting each other's vibe the first time you meet with the Page of Swords. Now, the abandonment and the dark night of the soul, I really feel this is more in alignment with you, my pal threes, and the Five of Pentacles energy. One way you may have felt in the past about relationships is feeling abandoned, feeling that you were the only one in the relationship. And I feel you've gone through or are going through a dark night in the soul right now, and you are trying to do some self-work, some shadow work, and I feel that you're active in this. I don't think you're just sitting in this energy. I feel you're very active in trying to clear it and trying to work through it and trying to emotionally level up and trying to heal. So I feel this is something that you are going through right now, my pal threes. And know on the other side of this, there is somebody who you have this soulmate energy with. And this person, some characteristics about them are they are attractive, appealing, agreeable, captivating, and loyal. True heart, dutiful, and committed. I feel, first of all, the intellectual attraction I think is going to be there between the two of you. But I'm really getting strongly that they are physically attractive to. Whatever you are physically attracted to, whatever characteristics in a person, that is what they are going to possess, my pal threes. In not just, mediocre amounts, but in abundance. I think they're going to be quite physically attractive, but quite smart and there's going to be a lot of intellectual attraction as well. And I feel that's very important to you, my Pal 3s. Probably you prefer that more than anything. Like, you'll notice that they're physically attractive when you meet them, but you're like, do we vibe? Like, do we have a good conversation? Do we? And the answer is yes, you're going to have those things. As I said, they're coming through as a divine masculine energy. You're coming through as more of a divine feminine energy here. And then love in the afternoon. This is not an 18 plus reading, so interpret that as you will. Now moving on to my last set of oracle cards I have Make the Effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So for that one, I feel, what is the new love on the horizon? This new love is going to come through when you're not quite through with this dark night of the soul. You're not quite through with it yet. You are working through it. You are actively working on it, but I don't think you'll be fully on the other side of it when they come in. And though you'll click with them and vibe with them with the Page of Swords energy up front, I feel that you will have a lot of uncertainty, my Pal 3s, about moving forward. But the universe, spirit is saying, definitely make the effort and move forward with it, even though you're not 100% sure about it, even though you're still working on your stuff, because I feel that this new love coming in is going to give you the space you need to continue doing your work and finishing going through your dark night of the soul, as well as giving you the support and the feedback you need to feel supported. You know what I mean? Even if you start out in just like the friend's capacity, I feel it's going to be a really positive thing for you two to connect, because that intellectual attraction is there. This is going to be the type of person where you can say, you know, this scenario is coming up, this image is coming up, is like you're talking to this person and maybe you're just having a really tough day, you know, processing through some old things, and they call you up and they say, hey, you know, like, you want to go out or something? You're like, nah, I'm not really feeling that. I'm kind of down. I've been maybe in a funk for a few days. And they're like, let's just go take a walk or something. And you go out, do something really casual, and they're like, okay, well, you know, what's on your mind? And they asked you, and you're honest with them about, you know, hey, I've been through this in some past relationships, and I just felt, you know, I felt abandoned before, or I felt used or whatever. And they're going to give you some like loving perspective, as well as give you feedback about just maybe things you had never thought of and considered before. And I feel it will really help you in your processing, in your self-work. Like, I feel it's a very positive, supportive energy, very sharp, intellectually intelligent, but also emotionally intelligent person. That's your new love. And then we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So I don't feel this is somebody from your past. I feel that this person will be completely new to you. I feel that they may be in your orbit in the terms of they may be a friend of a friend or a coworker of a friend. Like, you may know them by maybe 1 degree of separation, but you've never actually met this person, but you're soon to meet them. I don't feel that this energy is super far off. You're soon to meet them at an event or something with someone mutual. That's strongly what I'm getting. You could meet them randomly, but I feel that you'll meet them at an event for someone else that you know. Like I said, like a party or something. So, you know, make the effort and be open to this energy you have, because I think you guys are going to hit it off immediately. But I feel you're going to have some hesitancy about moving forward because you're still going through your dark night of the soul. But Spirit is saying, like I said, don't be hesitant. It's okay. You're going to be able to continue processing through, and have really great balance with this person. So that is all I have for you, my Pal 3s. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you know when I post new readings. Also, feel free to check out the links below in the description box. You have a link to my paid readings at my coffee shop, KOFI, as well as links to my social media outlets, Tumblr, Instagram. I'm especially active on Tumblr, as well as a link to my Amazon wish list if you wish to gift me a deck. Please note, I would appreciate it, and definitely use it in a lot of readings. No pressure, but definitely would appreciate it. But if this is where I leave you for now, thank you for letting me read for you today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next